Hi, my name is Mila Fall, and I'm currently enrolled in Art-Led Music Appreciation at Truman Collin University. And for our last project or final exam type situation, we had to pick an air or style that we enjoyed learning about the most, or that we connected with the most. And the one that I picked is the 20th century. The 20th century takes place from 1901 all the way to the year 2000. So, it covers the roaring 20s and, the 1950s, the start of, the Great Depression, but it also covers, civil rights movements and our space age, and it does cover the war periods also, and it also covers, the advancement of music and movies and all these great things, and even the advancement of technologies all in this time period. So I think that is also, another amazing aspect of the 20th century, how in this amount of time we, as not only Americans but as like humanity and humankind, we evolved in so many areas and in so many ways, and we went from just being like these, in a sense, basic people to now we have so many advancements and so many things to help our way of life. One of my favorite aspects, or that, I guess that is like one of my also like favorite parts about this century, is that we were able to start changing our lifestyles, changing, our entertainment, how we viewed entertainment and how we viewed the family aspect. Women went from being domesticated to now we can have jobs, now we can be movie stars, now, we don't have to just, it's nothing wrong with being, at home and, being a housewife and a stay-at-home mom and things like that, but at the same time, we became not limited just to this. And also, as Americans, we became not just limited to working in factories. Now we can be athletes, and we can still work in factories if you want to. You can be a school teacher, a firefighter, just so many different things. We weren't just limited to one thing anymore. So that was also, something that I find amazing and such a beautiful aspect of the 20th century. One of my favorite movies, or that we watched over this semester, and that, I also knew about, was The Godfather. And growing up, I had always seen Scarface with my dad and grandpa, because they would talk about it sometimes, and we always learned about Al Capone and things like that in school, but just to like sit down and watch The Godfather and actually see how life was like different, and how the mobsters, they could have been your next door neighbor, and you knew they like did something big, or they impacted the world around you and the community, but you didn't know how they impacted it. And I liked it because they were a society, but like a secret society within society that helped advance society, but at the same time they like, pretty much live by their own rules and created this entire situation for themselves. And they taught you that you look out for yourself and your family, and that's pretty much it. And you have to learn how to go out and get what's yours, no matter the cost. And ultimately, I feel like that's something that we nowadays could really use, versus always thinking about mine. They should have said, it's not always about you. Sometimes you have to look out for the person next to you. Sometimes you have to look out, for your family, and you have to be willing to make those sacrifices. And that is something that I feel like the 20th century as a whole also showed us, that we have to be willing to sacrifice, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. Thank you.